Let's go over Star Wars The Last Jedi and director Rian Johnson. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, eventually in the film we do find out through Rey that Luke Skywalker actually cut himself off from the Force, and if you guys read the novelization by Jason Fry, we also find out that the Force could only get to Luke while he sleeps, so only during Luke's time of sleeping, the Force would be able to reach him. Now, during a Q&A session on Facebook, director Rian Johnson goes over his decision of cutting off the Force for Luke Skywalker and the reasoning to all of that, and this is what Rian Johnson had to say. He states, "The reason for me that Luke had to turn off the Force was because of Leia." Johnson said, "If he had a connection to Leia, if he could see his sister suffering, he could hear her calls for help, there's no way he'd be able to do what he thinks he has to do, which is to stay on that island, Octu, for the good of the galaxy," Johnson added. In this way, he's able to finally and do the thing he couldn't do in Empire, which is, of course, the cutoff of the emotional and isolate himself into what he's convinced himself is the right thing to do. So that's the ultimate reason as to why director and writer Rian Johnson chose for Luke Skywalker to cut himself off from the Force. Now, I know that this was a big surprise to a lot of people out there. In the motion picture itself, when Rey actually states it, she finds this out through herself, that he actually cut himself off from the Force. One of the main reasons, and one of the big answers to the big question, or questions in The Last Jedi, is of course, why couldn't Leia ever reach her brother? And that was the main reason. And it was nice to get an explanation of that in the film. However, I really do wish that there was a time in the movie where he had more communication with Leia. Now, thankfully, we had a nice parallel to that where Luke Skywalker is on the edge of the cliff right by the Jedi Temple at nighttime with the moonshine, and he closes his eyes and he reaches out to Leia while she is on, of course, that table, that medical table, and, you can hear you can hear everything, like all the electronics beeping, going up higher and higher, and she communicates with Luke. This was a direct parallel to that of when they say, of course, Luke, Leia on Bespin over at Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back. So I definitely like how it parallels that. Overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.